do you like? Which ones are your favorite? You like those? Yeah? What's up, YouTube? I'm Super Dan the Shoe Man. Hopefully I'm going to have a number of new viewers for this video because this is a little bit different video than what I normally make. So if you're new here, welcome. And before we go any further, like we do in all our videos, Peyton, a word from our sponsor. Who's our sponsor?
Jesus.
Jesus, thank you. This is from Acts verse 2. This is after Jesus had been crucified, and as the Holy Spirit was being, left or released here on earth. And in Acts 2, the apostles, the disciples, were speaking in, this is verse 5. There were some godly Jews in Jerusalem at that time, and they were from every country in the world. A large crowd gathered together because they heard the noise. They were surprised because as the apostles were speaking, everyone heard in their own language. So people from all over the world were there that didn't speak the same language, but everyone was hearing things in their own language. They were all amazed at this. They didn't understand how the apostles could do this. They said, look, these men we hear speaking are from Galilee, which means they spoke a particular language, but we hear them in our own language. How is this possible? We are all from these different places, and it goes on to list these different places. And listing it, I think, is important. Why it lists it, it's like this big long list, but it's like, why is that there? It's because it really wants to reiterate they were hearing this in every different language. And now I do really believe that they were hearing it in other actual languages. But what I read is, as I read these scripture references on this channel, if I'm speaking to my middle schoolers at church, if I'm at FCA or something like that, speaking to somebody, I'm speaking English and they speak English, but the words that I speak can be interpreted much differently in one place or another by one person or another. And I think it's pretty clear. We talk about this all the time. Like, there's a saying, like, when somebody says something that makes them happy or something like that, the person might say, "Now you speak in my language." Have you ever heard that? Yeah. So it's like, it doesn't mean that the word that's being spoken about God necessarily always would be heard in other languages, but it can reach certain people in a way that they really understand it and it connects with them. So I just pray that every time I speak some words from our sponsor here on this video, at least somebody can hear it in their own language and it connects with them. All right, so this is a video I've been waiting to make for a long time now. I made the video, my first video on this shoe. This is the Jordan 11 Cool Gray on the baby shoe. Probably about 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, because Trent, who wears all these shoes or has worn most of them, is just turned 1.5 years last Saturday. He had his 1.5 year appointment this week, and he is in like the 45th percentile for weight, the 50th percentile for height, and which puts him right in the middle, but then the 95th percentile for head size. So he's got a big head like his dad. But what I think what that is helpful for, and I wanted to wait until we had one of these milestone appointments for him to get those percentiles, because when I was looking to buy him shoes, I mean, I buy my shoes all the time. I've had this channel going for like 3 or 4 years now, after I got back into shoes. And if you're not familiar because you're new, that dunk up there in the very top corner, can you see the purple one up there? All the way up there. That was the video that started it all. And it was because I made that video, and it started it all because I was looking for a video of that shoe because it was coming out, and I wanted to know if I wanted to get it or not, and I couldn't find a good video of the shoe. So it wasn't terribly hyped. I liked it, but it wasn't terribly hyped. So I went ahead and bought it early on StockX, and then I made the video, and that video got a lot of views. Not a ton, I didn't go viral or anything like that, but it got a lot of views, and a lot more views than some of my videos get. So that kind of started everything. Now I want to make this video for y'all because when we found out we were pregnant, one of the first things I did was buy this shoe. Hesper and I already had Cool Gray 11s for ourselves, and I just happened to see those at City Gear in Douglasville, and I was like, I gotta get these. Like, this is my first gift to my son, or my baby. I don't know, we didn't even know it was gonna be a boy at that time, but it would be fine if a girl wore those, a baby girl wore those. And so I was like, all right, well, what size shoe does an infant wear at what age of their life? And everywhere I looked was just like, it's just so variable. Sure, it's variable. Some kids have big feet, some kids don't. Peyton is 15 years old, a girl. Yeah, she's cringing right now. And she wears the same size shoe as me. She wears a lot of these shoes. And Hesper, her mother, who's not a 15-year-old girl, wears a size 6.5. I've got her 6.5 somewhere over here. It's right there. And she has a lot of these too. I'm a 40-year-old man and I wear a size 11. I think that is fairly, what's in the middle mean? Average. So that, like I said, that's fairly average, but I know men that are my size that wear like size 8s in men's shoes. And I also know guys that are my size, or what's his name at church? Tall guy? I can't remember his name. Fade is all. God, why can't I not remember his name? Hopefully he watches this video and he gets mad at me. Fade, we'll call him Fade forever. Anyways, he wears like a size 15. Now he has like 6'6" or 6'7", but he wears a size 15. So of course there's a lot of variability, but like give me some, I wanted some kind of a basis to go on and know what to buy. So this is that video that I couldn't find anywhere to understand what I needed to buy. Now, I didn't even count these yet. Let's count these real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 pairs of infant toddler shoes here. And he has not worn all of them because I did overbuy in 2Cs. Can you point it at this? These are the boxes here. So these are the crib booty boxes. This is the reimagined Chicago one, and this is the Jordan 11 Cool Gray. These are crib booties. So these are soft soles. They open up. This is really important too. They open up a lot with this Velcro. They don't have any laces. They just open up with the Velcro. And these were actually pretty easy to get on him and stayed on him fairly well. So these were the first shoes that I bought for him, and the first ones that he ended up wearing, except for these. These are Itsy Bitsies. There might be some other places that make them, but we ordered a handful of these. There's actually one more pair of these. I think it's the Concord. He had a Concord in this. I don't know where it's at. Must have fallen somewhere. But this is Jordan 1 Biohack. Right there. Got those two. Hesper has those two. This is the Jordan 11 Royalty. Hesper has those two. They're slightly rigid on the bottom. This pair, I think they both do. Yeah, they both have some traction on the bottom, so a baby could wear these that was able to walk, and it helps them not slip. It's kind of like the material that's on the bottom of a onesie that has feet. We actually all three wore these home from the hospital. So I would recommend these in the smallest sizes that you can get for infants, like newborn. Obviously they're not Jordans. They also make Yeezys. They're not Jordans, but they do look pretty good. They look close. Like you can tell what they're wearing, and they make a lot of different pairs too. Now, I don't like those though as much as I like the crib booties. He wore these quite a bit. This is what I would recommend, crib booties for your infants and fairly newborns. Like this fits on a very small foot. This is a 1C, and they don't all come in 1Cs. I don't think, or even in crib booties. They're a little bit harder to get in the crib booties. I found both of these crib booties in stores. I did not get these on sneakers. I think I've rarely seen crib booties available on release day on sneakers. So maybe we need to get some more information on that, but y'all let me know down in the comments down below if you have anything better, any better information as far as that goes. Another thing I'll say is that with every single pair of these, Jordan 1 highs are, I would not recommend Jordan 1 highs. Now, if you want a twin with your baby, or triplet with their mom too, or even with the other kids, I think triplets as much as we have, because I don't have multiple pairs of mine for Hesper, for Peyton and I to wear the same pair. And then Atticus, he wears he can wear his mom's shoes. We don't have multiple sizes of the size 6.5 either, or 8 women's. So we don't do more than triplets, but we twin all the time. So I would not recommend Jordan 1 highs. They are high and higher than any of these others. Like if you compare this one and this one, or these two, the one is just really high. It's a little bit difficult to get on. I know you're not supposed to force them on. I've felt like I was hurting my son when I was putting on his 1 highs. You know, you try to unlace them as far as you can and rip the tongue up as far as you can. The crib booties are a little bit easier than the hard soles, but I still wouldn't recommend the Jordan 1s. over other shoes. The 3s and the 4s are really easy to get on, and that's really all he's worn so far. All right, so let's look at the rest of these crib booties again. And I think you're going to wear crib booties up until you're walking. So 1s and 2s are going to be fine for those. I don't know if they even make 3s. You might want to get a 3 as well. And it all depends. Again, there's a bunch of variability on how old your kid is when he starts walking and how big his foot is when he's born, or she when she's born and as she grows. There can be variability. I'm just going with what I have experienced over the last year and a half with my son, who is now very average in size. Remember, 45th percentile in weight, 50th or 48th, 50th, something like that percentile in height. I think his weight was like 23 pounds. I don't remember what his height was. I'll put it down below though, or I'll put it right here. We'll have flashed it up during the other time too, what his actual height was. And I could measure his foot length too and probably put that up there too. All right, so let's move on. Those were the ones that you would be wearing before you can walk. I don't recommend the crib booties once they can walk. They're just not made for that. The rigid soles is what you would do after that. The first rigid sole that he wore was this one. He didn't wear this that much, but I think he might have only worn it like twice. And again, some babies are going to start walking when they're 8 months old. Some are going to walk. Haley was running by the time she was a year, so she was walking at like 9 months. But some, I don't think, when did Trent start walking? After he was a year. Yeah. So he's been walking plenty now, but he wore these maybe once or twice. Again, the Jordan 1 highs are just really hard to put on. Look at how high that is. It's just really high. And this is the Taxi black and white. So this is also a 2C. It's the same size as this. What's another 2C? 2C is this one. He didn't wear this. He never wore this. I never tried to put it on him, and I never undeadstocked mine, unds'd mine either. So these are both dead stock. I waited to wear them with him, and time passed, and we missed our opportunity. Jordan 4, white, black, neutral gray, yeah, sure. And then these are 2C as well. He never wore these, but these don't actually tie. They're just elastic. So these dunks, and this could have been good, but it probably still would have been a little difficult to get on because you can't open it up nearly as much as you can with these. So I probably would only buy, like, if you're buying ahead of time and you've got a release that you're hyped about, or for you wives who might be watching this to see what your kid should wear, I recommend that if your man likes sneakers like I do, that you get these for him too. But if he's got a hyped pair that he wants to get ahead of time, just get 1 2C for him. And again, lows would even be better. I don't prefer wearing lows. I mean, I've got a handful of lows, two Travis Scott lows, Jordan 1 lows. I wore the heck out of those for a long time. I would recommend the lows if you can get those. Highs are just going to be hard to put on, so I would not recommend the Jordan 1 high. It's just a pain, that's all. All right, so then he went to a 3C. I don't have any 3Cs. We went straight to the 4. So we had the black or white cement Jordan 3 in a size 4C. He's been wearing this for a while now. This was a really good size. So I'd still recommend getting a 3. He probably could have benefited from those, but he's been wearing these for a while, and you can see they're nicely worn. Worn like a toddler would wear them. And Jordan 4 Tour Yellow. This is a 4C. Did I say this was? Yeah, they're both 4s. This Jordan 4, it was easy to get on him, fairly easy to get on him. The 3 and the 4 were both easy to get on him. You see they're muddy too. He's worn those nicely. He got some use out of them. I mean, maybe only a couple of months use, but he did get use out of them. And these are fairly easy to get on. For some reason though, these stopped fitting him. Like, it's difficult to get his foot in this now. It's not difficult to get it in the 3. So I don't know if it's actually a little bit smaller or just something about the 3. Oh, it's actually just smaller. Mm-hmm. It's just smaller. Jordan 4 Retro Tour Yellow 4C. Jordan 3 Summit White Fire Red and Black is a 4C. They're both the same size, but the 3 is significantly bigger, so you can't wear these anymore. This was a 2C. I must not have the box there. I think it's a 2C. No, this is a 4 also, and he's not wearing this anymore. What the heck? So many 4s. It's just smaller. What is this? This is a 4C. Okay. I'm learning things now for the first time. I could have sworn this was not a 4C, but it is a 4C. And he wore this for quite a bit, not nearly as much as these two, because the Jordan 1 high is hard to get on. and as his foot gets bigger, you got to try to cram it up in here, and he's not trying to, you know, push his heel down to help you with it, because he's a baby and he doesn't really know what's going on. And I mean, if I don't think I've ever, did you wear shoes around the house when you were 18 months old?
All the time.
She doesn't know, obviously, and I don't either. So, so you know, they're not used to wearing shoes. So when you try to put these things on their feet, yeah, maybe they realize they want to look like daddy or mommy or whatever, but they're just not helpful with getting their heel down in it. So he didn't wear these quite as much as I would have hoped because they're Jordan 1 highs.
He's really good at putting y'all shoes on.
He's really good at putting our shoes on, yeah. All right, so let's go down the line. He wore these for a couple months while he was not walking. He wore these for a couple months while he's not walking. Hesper has these. Hesper also has these. This is, I just posted this, or I just recorded this video. This video is going to actually go up today for the military blues. And this is a size 6C? Yeah, 6C up top. So he's going to wear these. These fire reds, though, these are actually a 5C. I thought I didn't have any 5s. And then I was a little upset, not upset, happy when I logged in the Shock Drop to get these, and they did not have the 5. But I guess I'm glad I didn't get a 5 because he's got these in 5s. And he's been wearing these quite a bit too. These fit good. Right now, they're probably a little big, but it's fine. We did not wear these. Hesper has these. Hesper has these. So all of these Hesper has. We can triplet. Hesper does not have these, but Trent and I never wore these anyway. Again, I'm going to get rid of both of these. These still go resell online for like 80 bucks or so. And I don't remember how much they cost, but they're not cheap. And then I'm going to be able to sell these for like $400 or $500 because I don't really want to wear them anymore. I like these better since I never wore these, and I can get full resale price for them because they're dead stock. I'm just going to sell them. Hesper does have these. We tripleted these. Hesper has these, but she's never taken them out of the box, and he's not going to wear his anymore, so she's probably not going to keep those. He still wears these. We do triplet these. Hesper did not want the Gratitudes. I have Concords also. She has Concords also, but she doesn't have Gratitude. She's also got the Neapolitans that were brown. They came out right before these did, and she said she wanted the Neapolitans and not the Gratitudes. I don't think Hesper has these at all.
She wants those.
No, she doesn't want these. There's another pair that's out that she wants. She wants these?
She wants yellow to match her summery colors.
Okay, I didn't know that. I know I heard you talking about it, but what I saw in the window at the store was not these.
Oh. Yeah, it was a little lighter yellow.
No, it's like a mustard. It's like drab yellow. I don't really like it.
It's like that bag yellow?
No, that's bright. And then these, we hit, where did we hit these? I think I might have hit these on the Travis Scott website, not on Sneakers. And mine came from Sneakers. But this is the Cactus Jack Travis Scott Air Max 1 wheat, Baroque brown wheat. And I was excited to wear these with him too. I got the shirt that goes with these as well.
Is it that shirt?
No, that's a wrestler.
Oh.
This is a rapper. So I talked about that in the last video so we just redid this room, rearranged things, and my Cactus Jack wrestling t-shirt from when I was like 9 that was on TV when I was 9 years old and is now today as we speak on Peacock Premium. That shirt on me, I'm on Peacock Premium. I'm a celebrity. Go check me out. Is there. So anyways, that was the Cactus Jack comment. But this is Cactus Jack also, a different Cactus Jack, aka Travis Scott. That's Mick Foley. We never wore these. This probably would have fit him pretty well, and been fairly easy to get on. Does he have extra laces? Oh my, I never realized this. This Travis Scott Air Max 1 toddler came with spare laces. You gotta, Travis knows that the baby's got a drip too. These are also worth about $100, and these are also worth probably not as much as the military blacks, but I think it's $300 or $400, if not maybe even a little bit more. So I'll get rid of both of these. Since he can't wear these, I don't really care to wear them, undead stock them, and lose hundreds of dollars that I could get if I just don't wear them and sell them. Since I'm not going to wear them with him, I'm probably not going to wear them at all. This is the smallest size of Yeezy foam runners. This is a 3K, and I don't know what 3K is, but it definitely looks huge, and I haven't tried to put it on him yet, but I do think he might be able to wear these now. I still think they're going to be a little bit big for him at 18 months old, But I think he can wear these. So let's go back through these really quick. Let's say, remember that this shoe is, I don't remember. What size is this? I didn't even talk about this, did I?
You did.
6C. This is a 6. This is a 6. What? Oh yeah, 6. Okay. So we got 2 6s that he hasn't worn yet. He's 18 months old, has not gotten into 6s yet. He is 18 months old, and just before he was 18 months old, he did start wearing a 5C. He's also been wearing this Jordan 3, which is a big 3C. We could see on the video before that it's bigger than this 3C and bigger than this 3C, but I'd say it was around 13 to 14 months that he started wearing the size 3s. So these size 3s he's been able to wear for about the last 4 or 5 months. Probably 4 months. And he's really got a lot of wear out of this one. You can see it partially also because it's white, but we wear these to the park. We have worn these to the park a few times. I would rather him wear these to the park. Just don't fit him anymore. So now he's wearing these 2 at 18 months old. This is a 5C, this is a 4C. And this one is actually bigger. The 5C is definitely bigger than the Jordan 4. I would have expected that since this Jordan 4, since it's a 4C, is smaller, then that 5C might be the same size, but it's not. And what else did he wear here? This size 2C, he wore this a little bit when he was just around a year old, size 2C, or maybe even a little bit less than a year. But again, do not get Jordan 1 highs unless you just have to. They're just a pain to get on. You feel like you're hurting them, and I think that you can actually hurt your kids' ankles by trying to stuff them in shoes too hard, so don't do that. Crib booties, great for before they're walking. Get a 1C, maybe 2 1Cs if you want them to drip a bunch different. Another thing is, Trent doesn't go to daycare. We go out to eat normally on Saturdays with my family, so he wears shoes when he goes out to eat. And we go to church most Sundays. There was actually a while right after he was born where we weren't going to church. We were just watching online because it's been, so we have, in case for those new people here, you don't know, Peyton is behind the camera. She's 15. Atticus is 11. Haley's 18. So he's 11 and Trent is 18 months old. It's been 9 years, whatever, since we've had to deal with babies, and just been a long time. So, and we've got a lot of other stuff with 3 other kids. So it was tough. So we weren't getting out a lot with him. So he wasn't even going out a lot to wear shoes. So think about that. How much do you actually go out? And if he's got 3 pairs of size 3s, and he's only gonna be wearing them for a couple of months, is that like twice a week, or is it 5 days a week because you'll go out every day? So kind of take that into account, where he definitely only needs 1 pair when he's a year old, or maybe 2 at the most, because they're not going to wear through them like bigger little kids do. But if he's only going to wear 1 pair for a month or 2 months, and it's only once a week, but that's only 8 times that he wears it. So y'all decide if you're going to go all out and do something crazy like this. How many pairs did we count before?
15.
15 minus 2, because these don't really count. So 13 pairs, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 basically pairs of retros, 10 pairs of Jordan retros before you're 18 years old, or before you're 18 months old. You don't have to go that crazy, just get 1 or 2. But again, this is a great gift idea for Father's Day, for new fathers. Get them, especially when they're sneakerheads, get them a pair of shoes for their son to wear, or their daughter. It doesn't matter. I've twinned with my other daughter, with Haley, because she doesn't wear the same size shoe as me. She wears the same size shoe as Hesper, so they can share shoes. But I don't get, say, 2 pairs of Bred 4s so that Peyton and I can not triplet, twin, because that's a lot of money for 2. I mean, these cost $225, so it'd be $450 for Peyton and I to twin with wearing these. So we don't twin like that, but we might wear, like, we've done it before where we wear this one and the other university blue up there, right? So it's not exactly twinning, but we come as close as we can with the shoes that we have. So I hope this has helped a little bit to understand. By 18 months old, you're wearing 4 or 5C. At 12 months old, maybe when you first start walking, you're wearing a 2C. 2Cs, though, again, for Jordan 1s aren't that great. Maybe as we get a little bit bigger, so the 4C isn't even that good. Maybe as he gets a little bit bigger and he's more used to putting shoes on, I'll get him another pair of Jordan 1s. If there's another pair of Jordan 1s that comes out that I really want. There's not another pair that I really want. By the time he's wearing a 7 or 8 or whatever it comes next, after that, then I'm probably not going to get him any more Jordan 1 highs. Maybe some lows, but definitely not highs. But again, I think I'm going to keep getting him the shoes that I get. So it's got to be a pair that I want to begin with. And they're offered in full family sizing down to toddler. And then I got to try to get them. Normally they're going to be pretty easy to get nowadays. But y'all let me know what y'all think about babies wearing, and y'all can flame me in the comments too for, what is this? 10 pairs of Jordan Retros times, like, I think they're $60 a pair. This is $600 of baby retro Jordans. Wow. 60 times, yeah. And then, yeah, there might be more than that though. They might be 70. It might even be 80. That would mean they're $800. I don't remember. But I am actually going to get rid of a lot of these. I'm definitely keeping these. I'm definitely keeping these for him. I mean, just to not get rid of them.
The little shoes, like the little like crib ones,
Yeah.
They're good for the saying that you're pregnant or.
Yeah, so I'll link the video up in the or up here. Maybe I'll put it earlier in the video. But when and I'll tell you about this video here really quick. When we wanted to tell our kids, our 3 kids who were like 16, 13, and 8 or something at the time, we wanted to tell them we were pregnant. You know, I was making all these videos for shoes all the time, and I would frequently let them open a pair of shoes that they hadn't seen before just to get their facial reaction on camera and put it in my videos. So I had a bigger shoe box that I put this little box in that had these in it, and I let them unbox it, and I think it was Peyton. Everybody was like, "Oh, that's so cute! It's so cute!" And then Haley realized what was going on, and like, does this mean what I think it means? So that was a really special way for us as a family. I mean, that was just a special way for us as a family because we were so into shoes. Shoes was a big part of our life, and you know, making these videos was a part of our life. Going to shoe stores, going to the mall to pick up the raffle hits on Saturday mornings, or standing around our cell phones on sneakers on Saturday mornings when the shoe dropped. So we were doing a lot with it, and making videos. So there was a reason for y'all, a normal reason for y'all to open the box. But it's also a good way, I would think it would be a good way if Hesper was going to tell me that she was pregnant by giving me one of those.
Yeah.
That would be really special. Even if, you know, there wasn't a whole lot of stuff about shoes. It's like our lives didn't have a lot to do with shoes. It's just that I liked them. I would like that, especially if it was a pair of shoes that I had that I really liked. Because, so he was born in October. That means it was around January, and so it must have been the September to December timeframe before that these came out. And I hit on a pair of these in a raffle way before they released, and I was one of the first people around to have them really, and to make a video on them. And man, I was really hyped about them. I don't really care too much about them anymore. About Jordan 11 Cool Grays, I care a lot about Trent's baby pair that I'm going to keep. But anyways, there's a whole lot of good stuff you can do with this. Flame me in the comments for spending $600 on baby shoes if you want to. That's fine. But I'm going to sell several of them, even the ones that he's worn, like these. I mean, these will clean up because they're not very dirty at all. And I think I can get 20 or 30 bucks out of them probably. And there's a lot of sneaker resale shops that you can take them to as well. I may take this pair of pairs and this pair of pairs and try to sell them as pairs of pairs at those stores, maybe on consignment, or maybe they'll offer me enough for them for me just to leave them there. But again, I'm getting rid of those. But hopefully this gives you a little bit of information on how to buy shoes for your infant baby, and know what you need to get. Don't go overboard. I have a sneaker problem that's under control, and I'm seeing somebody about it. I'm seeing Peyton right now. So let me know what y'all think about these below. Tell your grandma about these baby shoes. Grandmas, these are great gifts for your children when they get pregnant, when you're going to become a grandma. And there's nothing cooler than a grandma who drips, right? Who drips some Jordans. So get yourself a pair and get your grandbaby a pair. My kid's grandmother, my mother, wears Travis Scott Fragments. I wear Travis Scott Fragments. Atticus had a pair of Travis Scott Fragments, so we tripleted those out several times. Atticuses are actually under the bed in there. They're a little bit smaller than what Hesper normally wears, but she wore them a couple of times. You see them?
Yes.
Yeah. Don't record my bedroom. What else? All right. So yeah, tell your grandma and grandmas get involved, and tell your friends about this video. Anybody who you know that might need some direction on which shoes and the size of shoes, and not to buy Jordan 1 highs for their infants, and how many they might want, about what size they might be wearing through the first 8 months to 18 months, so 10 months or so of their lives. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope even more that you enjoyed the word from our sponsor, and I hope that that spoke your language, whatever that language might be, or spoke some language that you needed to hear. Let me know what you think. Thanks for being here. All right, it's 4 day. Jordan 4 bread. Jordan 4 bread. Look, Trent. Whee! 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 This happiness not possible without a $90 pair of shoes on his feet, right? Definitely. There you go. What do you like? Which ones are your favorite? Hmm? You like those? Yeah? Yeah? Which ones do you like? Which ones are your favorite? Put those down. Okay. He's going for the ones that he wears. Okay, yeah. What do you think about these? You haven't worn these yet. What do you think about those?
I was like, those are weird.
Like, nah. This is a new pair too. You haven't worn these?
Ooh.
Daddy wears those.
I like these.
What about your brand new ones? This is your brand new ones. Just got these. Just opened them. Just opened them like 30 minutes ago. Smell them. Smell good? Can you say military blue? Jordan 4?
Blue.
Wow, he's worn all these other ones. I think those must be his favorite. Say, what's up, YouTube?
Trini Poo here.
Trini Poo here. Trini Poo here, and I drip harder than you. Yes. Tell him. Tell him. Tell him. What color is this? Red? Red? Red?
You're so pretty.
Say bye.
Shoes.
Ah! Shoes. And I like shoes.
Fire! It's so cute.